Thank you, Robin. Thank you, incoming freshmen, for applauding somebody you've never met. I do appreciate it. Hi, everybody. Well, I don't know how you're feeling about hearing another speech. Good, I hope. Because I got to tell you, when I was told that I got to give a speech today, I really did think, oh boy, do I ever have a lot to say. But you'll probably be happy to find out that I decided not to tell you everything that I think you should know about starting college. Because, yeah, that's a relief, because there are so many experts here at Champlain whose job it is to help you in various ways. There are experts in residential life, for example, and experts in career counseling, and they can guide you in ways that I cannot. So I'm not going to venture into the whole what to do and not to do as college students in general, although I am a mother, so I could go on and on about that. But instead, I am going to focus on that part of college with which I'm most familiar, and that, of course, is the classroom. You're going to start classes in just a few days, like I have to tell you, right? And I'm sure you're excited about that, probably really excited about that. But you might be feeling a little trepidation as well. Classes could be interesting, hope so. Could be, dare I say it, boring, hope not. Could be, probably will be, a lot of work. And what's with this having to take all these classes in fields that you have absolutely no interest in? I mean, isn't college about focusing on a particular field of study in preparation for a career? Is it really necessary to take classes in fields that you have no interest in? Yes, and yes. College is, in part, about focusing on a particular field of study in preparation for a career. And you're going to take a number of terrific classes from incredible faculty in those fields. But college is also about broadening your interest, about finding out that you are, in fact, interested in a lot of things you don't even know you're interested in yet because you haven't been exposed to them. And college is also about making connections between your primary area of interest and a lot of other fields, even if those connections aren't particularly apparent at first. So when I think of one of the most important messages that I can give you today about entering college, I keep coming back to this idea of openness, of being open to all that college, particularly Champlain College, is offering you in the classes that you are choosing to take, as well as the classes that the college is telling you that you must take. I want you to know that not all of your academic experiences may seem all that wonderful at first glance. And even though you're all 18 years old or thereabouts, I'm assuming, and you've all come here with a lot of education under your belts, you may tend to react, as we all do sometimes, no matter what our ages, myself included, as a toddler tends to react when offered a new food. I know that when my children were young, I made a point of introducing them to new foods on a regular basis. And unless sugar was one of the food's main ingredients, their reaction was likely to be, I don't like it. But honey, I'd say in my most soothing mommy voice, you haven't tasted it yet. More adamant than ever, I don't like it. There would be some going back and forth, and ultimately one of us would win, not always me. But even when I did win and my children tried the new food, they didn't always like it. But that isn't what mattered to me. What mattered to me was that they tried it. Although I always insisted, and still do, that it takes a lot more than one taste to determine whether you really like something or not. And even though there were some foods that my children never ended up liking, even after several portions, there were many others that, even though it started out with a very strong, I don't like it, that they ended up liking, and others that they ended up loving. And the only way they were able to figure this out was by giving those foods a chance. Now, this toddler food metaphor is an important one, because you're going to be given a chance to taste a lot of different fields while you're here at Champlain College. Some of them will be clearly connected to your major, some will not. And as a way of eliminating the element of surprise, I'm going to tell you right now, it won't all necessarily make sense to you, at least not at first. But that's okay. It doesn't have to. You just need to approach it with an open mind and with the curiosity needed to give it your best shot. Enter the classroom with enthusiasm and a desire to find out more about what you know you're interested in, as well as those things you don't know you're interested in, and even those things you're pretty sure you'll never be interested in. You may, again, metaphorically speaking, dislike the food offered in some of your classes, but that's okay as well. Even a lot of the food we don't necessarily like nourishes us and makes us stronger. And sometimes we're surprised by how many more things we do end up liking than we thought we were going to when anything new and scary seemed like something we thought we should automatically reject. And we also are sometimes surprised by how many things that we end up liking go really well with our old favorites and even end up enhancing those old favorites that we have, those things that we know we already like. I am so looking forward to meeting a number of you next week in my rhetoric classes. And I know I can speak for the rest of the faculty when I say they're really looking forward to it as well. And just between you and me, although Robin Abramson already touched on it, they are a wonderful, wonderful group of professors who will be able to help you discover so much and will introduce you to some of the most profoundly interesting and relevant information available about a number of different topics. To conclude the metaphor, all you have to do is show up with an appetite and a willingness to try what's on the menu. Bon appetit, everyone. See you in class.